Alright, welcome back folks, and thank you for tuning in. And let me apologize right up front for my voice, man. I can barely talk right now. It's no problem though. Stay tuned to the end of this video and you'll find out how I did it. Anyways, I'm going to talk to you today about a guitar intonation. I've been over on the reading again in the Facebook war zones, and a guy over there asked how to set. He said his first string was sharp and his second one was flat, and he wanted to know which direction to move the saddles in to correct the first and second string. And the first answer the guy gave him was wrong. It's totally exactly wrong to move the saddles in the wrong direction to correct the problem he was having. Now we know if your first string is sharp, then you got to move the saddle back. You got to increase the distance between the 12th fret and where the string breaks away from the saddle. Of course, the other guy told him on there, and a bunch of people, well, they got it. It was a hell of a war, man. They got into on there. A bunch of them was telling that guy he was wrong, and he was swearing up and down he was right. And then one guy was going to buy a plane ticket and fly to the other one and kick his ass. It got ugly, man. Facebook removed it because it got so ugly. Well, I guess they removed it. It disappeared. It's gone now. And anyway, I never commented on those things because I don't have time for that, man. I've got this room clear full of guitars right now. Yeah, I got to concentrate on these. But I wanted to explain this. I found out later on in the thread he had a telecaster, and if my way of thinking, if he's got these three brass barrel saddles, I'm gonna get you and bring you over here and show you this in a minute. Then when he adjusts, there's two, like the first and second string is on one saddle, okay? Then when he adjusts for the first string to lower that intonation, the second string's gonna go lower with it, okay? And it was already noting low, he said. And they just tell him all kinds of shit, you know. I don't think they even knew that he had the brass saddles, barrel saddles, I think is what they're called. I don't think they even knew he had it at that point. He later said he told us while he was working on it, it was a Fender Telecaster with three brass saddles on it. So anyway, let me just get you and bring you over here, and I'll hook this guitar up here. I got a cord right here, again. I'll hook it up, bring you over, and hone you in on the tuner when I do this. But I'm going to get you first and show you what I'm talking about with these saddles here. I'm really sorry about my voice, but I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Now here's what I was talking about. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. You have three adjustment screws. 1, 2, 3, okay? And then, of course, you can raise the height and lower them. 2 screws. There's 3 barrel saddles. 1, 2, 3. Hope you can see them okay. 3 of them. And then 2 set screws in the tops of each one. So you got 6 set screws to set your action and your radius to match the fretboard radius. Alright. Now, he was saying that his first string, let me get you back out a minute. His first string on the 12th fret noted sharp, okay? He said his second string on the 12th fret noted flat. And this is what he said he had, that setup right there. So you see you got 1 screw for those 2. There's your first string, there's the second one. If the first string's sharp, and you got to pull this saddle back to get it to intonate right. And when you do that, that's going to flatten the first string, but it's also going to flatten the second one, which he said was already flat. So, you know, it sounded to me like he was right in the middle with the 2. That's all you can do with this kind of setup. That's all you can do. If you have 2 strings like that, and 1 sharp and 1 flat, or the first one sharp, second one flat, you just got to move this back and forth and kind of cut it down the middle as close as you can, and you're going to have a sharp string and a flat one, and you're not going to be able to do shit about it. That's just the way it is. I like this setup, and you know, I don't know, maybe if I would keep it or change it, or what I would do if I played a guitar that had these all the time. But anyways, you can see you got back here are the 3 screws. There's one there, got a spring on it, one here with a spring, one here with a spring. This screw right here adjusts this saddle right here back and forth, and this one saddle just sets the intonation for 2 strings. So, you know, if it sounds to me like the guy, he couldn't do anything more with it. I mean, that was the way it's going to be. If his first string's sharp and his second one's flat. Because if he pulls that back to lower the first one, it's going to make the second one even flatter, okay? Or same, you know, in the opposite direction. If he shoves the saddle forward to make the second string sharper, this one's going to get sharper too. And it was already sharp. So you see what I mean? Let me check this guitar, and we'll talk a little more about it along the way. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hopefully you're going to be able to see the tuner here okay. I got it plugged into the guitar. And here's the first string open. And here it is, noted on the 12th fret. And here's the harmonic. So we see that that's very close. Here's the harmonic. And here's noted. Here's the second string, open. Second string harmonic, 12th fret. And it's all over the place. Okay, here's the second string noted. A little bit sharp. Here it is, a harmonic again. The harmonic's showing a little bit flat. Oh, there it is, that's the harmonic. Harmonic once more. And the second string noted, 12th fret. Yeah, it is noting a little bit sharp. But look at the first one again. Here's the first one, harmonic. And first one noted. So the second one is a little bit sharp. There's the harmonic, here's noted. Which tells me I need to pull that saddle back. And if I do that and make that string right, that one's going to go flat. I can pull it back just enough. That's what I was talking about, meeting it halfway. Pull it back just enough to where that shows a little flat, and this other one a tiny bit sharp. There's the harmonic. It's in tune. Here's the note noted. It's definitely a little bit sharp. But if I, like I say, if I pull the saddle back to make that note drop, this first one, which notes, here's noted. See, that's going to go flat if I do that. And there's nothing you can do about it, man. The only thing you can do about it is just, like I say, meet them halfway at best. The rest of the strings, I don't know if they're even in tune. Yeah, let's check that. Here's the third string harmonic, maybe, and third string noted. Dead on the money. Try the fourth. Yeah, it's in tune. Here's harmonic, and here's noted. Perfect. Fifth string open, harmonic, and noted. Wow, this thing's on the money. I wonder who set this guitar up. Who do you think? That's the harmonic, and here's the sixth string noted. I can't, if I can get a hold of it. It's short. Alright, let's look. The fifth and sixth string, again, are both on the same barrel saddle. So let's look at the fifth one again. Here's the fifth string harmonic. This maybe a little under tune there. Okay, there it is, the harmonic. And here's noted. I might have tuned it a little bit too sharp. That's open. Here's harmonic. And here's noted. Yeah, it's a little bit sharp. and noted, 6th string noted. And now it's showing dead on. Okay, there again, if the 6th string is dead on, there's the harmonic, which is reading low. Open. It is a little bit low. I'll bring him up a little bit. Here's harmonic. Okay, now here's noted. Dead on. Okay, now to make this fifth one right, I'll get it in a minute. Here's the 5th one open. 5th harmonic. And a 5th noted. If I pull that saddle back to lower that note right there, this 6th one is already perfect, which is reading high again now. Maybe the saddle does need pulled back because now they're both read sharp. There it is. This is a very sensitive guitar, and the intonation is very sensitive. But my point to make is, if one of them's right and one of them's wrong, and you try to correct the one that's wrong, you're going to mess the one up that's right. If you have to go very far with it. Hold on. So anyways, if you have a guitar with a setup like that, with a, you know, one adjustment per 2 strings, only thing you're going to be able to do is just try to get it, you know, center it up between the two. If one of them's flat and one of them's sharp, sharpen the flattened one, or you got to give a little and take a little. You know, I don't know how to explain it, man. If one of them's sharp and one's flat and you're on a barrel connector, just meet it halfway. That's all you can do, man, is just meet the thing halfway. You can't get any guitar exactly perfect. The laws of physics dictates that. There's no way to do it. You see these, what's these guitars called? They got frets like every semitone or so, and little tiny frets under each string in different places all over the fretboard. Oh, what's it called, man? I can't think. Anyways, they might be right. You know, every note you play on that guitar may be right. I doubt it, though. I seriously doubt if every note on all the strings, on all those frets, is perfect, because you can't get it perfect. That would be the only way you would ever get close. But you know, that much on this guitar, I'll show you. It's, you know, you're not going to hear that when you're playing the guitar and you got a live band and you're, you know, bass and drums and keys and everything playing. You're not going to hear what little bit. You want to be able to adjust that close enough, and that's why Fender does that, because they know, man. You know, unless you go into this fret thing with 100 frets on it, there's no way to get the intonation exactly perfect. Okay. Even on a guitar you can adjust. Now, somebody asked me the other day about an acoustic guitar. You know, you got the width of the saddle on that, an acoustic, most of them. To adjust your intonation, that's all. What is it, like a 16th, maybe at best an 1/8 inch thick. And they was asking me about, could they cut a piece of bone and glue, like their first string, no, it wasn't the first, it was the 3rd string, was flat, and they couldn't file the saddle enough, you know, bring the breakaway angle enough to shorten the scale enough from a 12th fret to make that note go sharp. And he was asking me, he said, can he cut a little piece of bone and put under the 3rd string and maybe even glue it to his saddle or the top of the bridge, let it rest on the top of the bridge. You get my picture here. I'll put a picture here if I can find one at all that shows what I'm trying to explain here. He wanted to know if he could cut a little piece of bone and put it in front of the saddle to sharpen the 3rd string. His 3rd string was flat, and he wanted to put it in front of the saddle, and that would shorten the distance. And I told him, I said, well, you can do that. You might lose a little bit of sound or a little bit of tone or something, you know, by doing that. I told him I didn't really necessarily recommend doing it that way. The correct way would just be to take the saddle out, fill the slot, and route a new slot in there, or get another bridge with a blank and route the saddle slot out yourself in the right place. But, you know, I guess, if nothing else, you could do that. You know, glue a piece of bone in front of the saddle to shorten the distance from the saddle to the 12th fret. that would make the distance shorter, and it would raise the note on the 12th. It would probably raise them on all the frets, so too. And you compensate at the nut a little bit too. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And before you watch the end of this to find out what happened to my voice, that wasn't really what happened, what you're going to hear. I don't know what happened, man. Just got up one day and it was like this. Been this way 2 days now. I don't know what I did, man. I haven't been sick. I haven't been tested for, well, you know what, for a while now, but I don't think that's what it is because I feel too damn good. You know what I mean? Cheers to you. Thanks for watching. And here comes you one last laugh before we go. See you next time. Cheers. Thumbs up and peace. Happy Thanksgiving. I just went out the door the other day and my wife had hollered something at me just as I stepped out and closed the screen door, the storm door. It had the windows up. And I heard her, and I just answered her from outside, and I yelled back in, told her the answer, and I strained my voice through that damn screen door. Whoa! The boogity bop!